Students, okay, for today I'll show you on how to use the pen tool, okay, for the selection, to do selection, okay, so, and also what can we use the pen tool as in the Photoshop. Alright, so in the previous tutorial, okay, I already show you on how to use the lasso tools, okay, and the marquee tool to do some selection. Okay, so this time, okay, I will show you on how we can do selection using the pen tool, and of course, okay, what else we can use the pen tool. All right, so I will start with the new canvas. Okay, A4 paper. I'm going to rotate the canvas. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom. Right, so pen tool. Okay, so the pen tool is over here, or the shortcut is P. Okay, you can see on here. Okay, I'm selecting and showing the pen tool here on the toolbar. This is the pen tool, or the shortcut is P. Okay, so when you select the pen tool, if you want to make the selection, okay, make sure you change this okay, this option from shape to path. Okay, and then that's it. Okay, so pen tool is almost maybe this almost the same with the pen tool in the Adobe Illustrator, but this is different because let's say that when you click on this, and then you click at the other end, and then you can just pull, okay, pull the control point here. Okay, you can move your mouse, and then you can release it, right? But the thing is, in Photoshop, if you want to make it this point to stop to end this point, you have to press alternate. Okay, press alternate in your keyboard, then you can, okay, you can see that the logo already changed when you press the alternate. Okay, the icon, the mouse is changed, and then you can just do the shape do you want it. Okay, so you can also start from here, but the thing is that you're going to maintain the tangency here, and then you just, all right, so this is not good. So I'm going to Ctrl Z. I'm going to press the alternate on the keyboard and then click on this point, so I can get the more control. Right, so let's say that you already done a shape something like this. Okay, now you can make, okay, right click, make selection. Okay, so when you right click, make selection, okay, everything is I won't touch anything. Okay, and just select a new selection because we're creating a new one. So just click OK. Now you can see that it's already make a selection. Okay, so what is the difference between this one, okay, the lasso tools and the marquee tools? So marquee tool is more like, uh, you have like shape, okay, the predefined shape like this. Okay, or you can press the shift, right? Okay, and then you can, well, press shift, you can add more shape. Okay, so this is the marquee tool, right? And then you have a rectangular. Okay, so you want to have a square, you just press the shift. Okay, and that's all. So this is the marquee tool, and then this is the lasso tools. Okay, so the lasso tools is very direct. Okay, this is a polygonal lasso tools. Okay, you just can click click click. Okay, and then if you accidentally wrongly place, okay, you can just backspace, and then just continue to finish up your selection. But the selection using this tool, okay, is, as is the name suggests, it's just for the polygonal. Okay, and then if you want to make it like an ellipse, okay, you have to use like the elliptical marquee tool. But using the pen tool, okay, you have this advantage where you can draw a straight line, and then you can control, okay, just like using the Adobe Illustrator. All right, and then press alternate to end this point. Okay, just continue the shape, and that's all. Okay, you can play around with the pen tool. So this is the difference between the pen tool and the polygonal lasso tool and the marquee tool. Okay, so let's say that you already created a path like this. Okay, so the path you created, you can go at the layers here. You can see the path here. Okay, this is the work path. You can select this. Alright, on this path here. This is the current path that you are working right now. So let's say you're already done. I created this path. Okay, you just right click on it and then make selection, then click OK. So after you done the selection, okay, you can do whatever you want to do. For example, you can apply some brush. Okay, you can apply brush or anything else okay you want to do for the rendering. Okay, so I just showing you okay on how to do make to create selection using the pen tool. Okay, so this is the selection of pen tool. All right, so okay, let's say that you already have done the selection using the pen tool like this. Okay, and then let's say that you want to add it. Okay, you want to add some parts. Okay, some selection in the pen tool. Okay, so I'm just going to create a new one. Okay, so we're going to focus on the pen tool only. So let's say that I already create this shape using the pen tool, and then I just right click, I just click make selection, and then I click OK. Now we see okay we have this like a triangular shape here. All right, so let's say that you want to add a little bit shape okay on the selection. Okay, you don't have to do a new one. Okay, so you just uh, create another path. Okay, so you can see that we already have the selection, and then we just create another path, and then right click, make selection. Okay, now we have options. Okay, just now we have a new selection. Now we can have add or subtract or intersect. Okay, so I will show you okay what is add. Okay, so I'm going to select this add to intersect to selection, and then I will press OK. Right, now you can see that the path that we create just now okay is already added into the selection. Yeah, okay, it will be already selected selection. Okay, now I'm going to make another path. Okay, just random path like something like this. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. So we already have the selection, but this time okay I'm going to right click okay and then select the max selection again, but this time I'm going to select subtract. Okay, subtract from selection. Okay, and then I click OK. Now you can see it did subtract okay the selection from the path that we created just now. Right, okay, so later you want to do like any coloring or rendering or editing. Okay, this is how you can do it. Okay, so next okay let's go for the path tool, another path tool. Okay, sorry, pen tool. Okay, so I'm going to create object like this. Okay, all right. So now you can see that it does okay this shape is also overlap with the selection over here. Okay, so you can see that this part here and then it's overlap with the selection that we already done, and then I'm going to make selection, but this time I'm going to select intersect with selection. Okay, so look closely. Okay, intersect with selection, so you can see that this shape, this path here okay is already inside okay of the selection that we already done. Okay, and this time, but this time I'm going to select intersect with the selection, and then I'm going to press OK. So you can see that it just leave okay the selection that we have this intersect okay between these two shapes here. Okay, and then it will leave okay this one. All right, so this is what it's all about, how to use the pen tool at the selection. Okay, so pen tool, okay, you can create any kind of shape. All right, and then press alternate okay when you want to make a new one, and then you can just continue. All right, so let's say that okay this is one another lessons. Okay, let's say that you already done the path okay, and then you suddenly you want to change the point. Okay, so actually you can edit it. All right, how? Okay, you can just press Control on your keyboard, and then you just click on the path. Okay, press Control on your keyboard, and then click on the path, okay, and then it will show you the point that we already created earlier, okay, using the pen tool. So you can move around, okay, this point, okay, you can move it, okay, before you want to make a selection. So usually that this is a quite important when you want to do some tracing. Okay, let's say you have a object, okay, of a sketch, you want to trace it, okay, and then you want to make a selection out of the sketch. Okay, so this is how you can do some tweaking. Okay, so you just press control, okay, don't you just press it, don't release it, okay, and then you just can click at any point, okay, so you can edit it, the path that you already created. Okay, so you just can pull and everything. All right, and then after that, okay, after you're satisfied with the shape of the path we already created, now you can make selection. All right, and then just click OK. Okay, so after that you can apply the brush or anything, okay, editing tools that you want to use, okay, for the selection. All right, so this is how we use, the pen tool to create selection. Okay, for now, okay, I'm going to show you how we can use the pen tool for what you call it, to create lines. Okay, all right. So this is also quite crucial for rendering. Okay, so okay, let's start with the pen tool first. Okay, so first thing, okay, before we create, like we can create a line, okay, we just click stroke the path, and then usually we start with the pencil, but we show you, okay, we show you going to use a brush. But before that, okay, you can see that what happened here, okay, because we are using the brush setting, right? So before we do that, okay, let's set up our brush setting, because we are going to use brush as a reference to use as a stroke path. Now let's go to the brush tool, okay, because we are going to use brush. Okay, so click the brush, and then let's say you can determine any color. Okay, so I'm going to select, I'm going to use this soft point here, and then I'm going to adjust the size. Okay, so I'm just going to see the thickness of the brush. Okay, and then I just press Ctrl Z. Okay, so maybe I want to make it a little bit bigger, and then I need to control the opacity as well. Okay, maybe I want to set up to 75 and the flow to 75 also. Okay, I'm not going to use 100%. Okay, so I just want to create, okay, to see the colors. Okay, once I satisfy, okay, so we already setting our brush here. Okay, the size, this is the size, okay, the opacity, flow, and the color. So the color, I'm still using the black. Okay, so next is I'm going to use the pen tool. So we see here, okay, we already create the path here before. Now right click, stroke path. Okay, so on the standard, it will select set at the pencil. Okay, so I'm going to change it to brush. Okay, brush, and then click OK. All right, so you can see that it's already created a line. All right, so after that you can delete the path. Okay, so this is how we create a line using the pen tool in the for Adobe Photoshop. Okay, it's literally it's not easy, because it's not very direct like you use in Adobe Illustrator. But this one, because you have to set up your brush size, brush color first, and then after that you can use the pen tool. All right. So okay, let me show you another example. Okay, so once you already uh, okay, create a path like this. Okay, this is, I just show you how to make lines in the Photoshop. Okay, so we go to the brush tool. Okay, everything's nice. Okay, I just want to change the color. Maybe I can change to red. Okay, and then use the pen tool again and right click, stroke path. Okay, all right, and then there you go. Okay, so this is how you create the line, okay, using the pen tool. in the Photoshop. Okay, and then I'm going to show you again. Okay, just now we just using the stroke path, okay, to create these lines. Okay, so this time I'm going to use the same. Okay, I'm going to use the stroke path again. Okay, but this time I'm going to click on simulate pressure. All right, going to say simulate pressure, and then there you go. Alright, so basically maybe nothing happened, but usually that if you use the simulate pressure, okay, it will create like a simulation of a pressure where the end of its lines should be very thin, but I don't know, it's not happening right now. Maybe there's something yes missed. Okay, alright, so this is an example, okay, of using the pen tool to create okay, the line. Okay, but actually with combination of these two, okay, if you know how to make selection using the pen tool and then how to create lines, okay, using the pen tool also, actually you just can combine them. Okay, even the using one tools, okay, actually you can use both of them to create a rendering. Okay, so we'll make a okay for example. Okay, image rotation. Okay, all right, I'm going to make a okay, create a shape using the pen tool. Okay, so I have like a triangle shape here, and then I'm going to make selection. I click OK, and then I go to the brush tool. Okay, I'm going to set the size of the brush. Okay, and then I change the opacity a little bit, change the color. Okay, for example, I'm going to select this purple. Okay, so we already have this selection, so I'm going to use the pen tool again. Okay, but this time I'm just going to draw a straight line like this. Okay, not really straight, but I think you get the idea. Okay, straight line. So I'm going to right click stroke path. Okay, stroke path. All right, turn off the display pressure, and then I just click OK. So you can see that. All right. So is we drawing, actually this is we draw a line, but because the brush size is big, okay, so I'm going to make another one. So this time I'm going to make the brush size a little bit smaller. Okay, so we're resetting the brush, and then using the pen tool again, and then I'm going to stroke path to overlap the color. Okay, we can overlap it, right? And then press OK. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to delete path. So for this selection, okay, you want to deselect it, you can use the polygonal lasso tools, and then you just deselect it. Okay, just like that. All right, so this is okay more about tutorial on how to use the pen tool, okay, for selection and using the brush tool. All right, so that's all for today. Later we continue for the next session.